Hi, my name is Brooklyn, and I'm 37 years old. Homocystinuria is still considered a child's disease, yet it is a full-time job that is mentally and physically exhausting. We hear all around us, take care of your mental health and practice mindfulness. What is mindfulness? It is living in the present moment. As someone living with homocystinuria, I can't do that. I constantly have to think about the future, the diet, the next meal. If I'm living in the present, I'm already too late, because the choices I make today will have a lasting effect on the rest of my days. My parents considered me a careful child until I fell in a sandbox, breaking my arm. Someone noticed I might need glasses. At age 3, I got my first pair, but my vision was continuing to get worse. By age 7, one lens completely dislocated, and the other one was attached but did not yet require surgery. I was in severe pain. I vividly remember the awful pain in part of the ambulance ride. A few years after my lens dislocated, I started to wear contact lenses, and it wasn't long afterwards I started experiencing migraines. The migraines began once I started wearing contact lenses, and continued even though I stopped wearing them. While trying to seek answers, my mother and I sat in a lot of waiting rooms to see lots of different doctors before finally I saw an ophthalmologist who said the only disease I've ever seen where the vision deteriorates this fast is homocystinuria. The day I was diagnosed, the doctor said as long as you take your formula and follow the diet, you'll be fine. In a culture where celebration and food go hand in hand, I quickly learned this is an incredibly difficult diet to maintain, especially as the only kid that had to have different food than everyone else. I didn't know at the time, but at age 8, I was starting to develop anxiety. My friends remember me being angry at the strict dietary regimen. I wonder now if part of my anxiety was due to my elevated homocysteine levels. When I started school, I was unable to go to preschool because I was so far behind the other kids. Certain tasks, like tying my shoes and problem solving, I learned to do much later than my peers. As I entered school, I was often taken out of my classes to do occupational therapy to try to close some gaps. As I continued on, I struggled with learning disabilities and needed an individual education plan, or IEP, in school in order to provide me more time and assistance to complete my work, even though I was going to a special education school. I was a shy and quiet kid because there was no one else remotely like me, and I always felt like I didn't fit in. Around age 11, I was diagnosed with scoliosis. At the time, doctors first wanted me to stop growing before having surgery. A back brace stopped my growth, but did not stop the curvature in my spine. At age 22, I had scoliosis surgery. One of the biggest impacts that has affected my day-to-day functioning has been brain fog. I often have brain fog associated with having trouble recalling words. Brain fog compounds these disabilities, increases my anxiety. It is one trigger for my migraines. I have to focus to find the right words, and something as simple as a daily conversation often leaves me exhausted. Multi-step processes, such as finding a job, are really hard. There are a lot of steps. Creating the right kind of resume, reading through job description, the job search, cover letter, an interview. Anyone who has applied for a job before knows how overwhelming that can be. But now add processing issues, brain fog, difficulty learning, finding words, plus anxiety, and it seems overwhelming. Even just reading through a job description often leaves me exhausted. If I do find a job, how am I supposed to retain with these issues? I want what everyone else wants. I want a job that allows me to support myself financially, that I'm passionate about, and can retain without the risk of burnout. Unfortunately, due to all the struggles I'm facing, I've not been able to find a job. From before my diagnosis to now, I continue to wait countless hours to see a litany of doctors, because as I age, I require more care. I live alone, so the impact of HCU sometimes feels as invisible as a disease. But when I talk about my condition to friends, family, and new people I meet, I realize I have an ever-growing list of doctors and medical problems that need solving. Homocystinuria is a lot like playing whack-a-mole. You think you solve the problem, and then boom, another one pops up. It's really hard to tease out which issues are compatible with HCU and which is just a normal result of aging. And as much as my doctors want to help me solve the problem that aging with HCU presents, they don't have all the answers. This invisible child's disease impacts my adult reality.